Yo, what's up guys? Welcome to a brand new video over on PrizePicks. I got the best picks for you today in the MLB. We got 4 of my favorite plays going into this one. But first up, do me a huge favor, drop a like on this one. It takes you 2 seconds, completely free. So go ahead and hit that like button. And now let's talk about what happened yesterday, guys. Once again, we cashed out our free pick entry. I told you guys to take this as a 2-man over on Underdog Fantasy and it would pay you out 3.5x. I told you guys, take Suzuki and take France. And guess what happened, guys? 2 players, 2 green check marks. And guys, this is absolutely elite stuff. And we're going to run it back today with a 3-man on PrizePicks and a 2-man on Underdog Fantasy. Now, to get into the rest of the recap, because by the way, this is one thing I will always do, recap my plays from the day before. I'm not going to lie about these picks. Some people online, they be lying. They say they're on a 20-1 run when they've actually just hidden a bunch of losses. That's not what you got here on this channel. We're showing you guys every single play, win, loss, draw, whatever it is. On the PrizePicks side, unfortunately, we ended up going 2-1 with Stowers missing. He got 1 run here. We expected him not to. One of the only 3 they got. But it is what it is, guys. A little bit unfortunate there. And on the VIP, we had a couple close misses. But once again, guys, these are 4-man plays. These are long shot plays. Just yesterday, we hit out a 4-man. And then the day before that, we hit out another 4-man. So missing 3 plays right here, not that big of a deal because these are long shot picks. Now, this one should be a different one. Now, getting into my best advice for anybody trying to make money on sports betting, whether you've been here for 3 months or they've been here for 5 years, right? You guys have to be taking advantage of this stuff. Apps are literally giving you free money to sign up for them. And why are they doing this? Because they need customers. They always need customers, especially now in the offseason of football, of basketball. They are ramping up these sign-up bonuses like there's no tomorrow. There is no reason for them to be giving away this money and for you guys to not be taking it. Like literally, not claiming this would be one of the dumbest things you can do because it's free money if you guys just take the time, literally 5-10 minutes max to go lock in on one of these apps. Rebet is giving you guys up to $100 in a deposit bonus once you sign up with code FFBAM. Now, if it's an app like Rebet, you try it, you don't like it, you can literally just leave, take the money back. But once you put in at least $10, you put in $10, you get $20. You put in $20, you get $40. You put in $100, you get $200. You guys get the idea, right? They're doubling your deposit. So whatever you put in, you're getting double. And as long as you break even in your first, $200 of playing, then you will be able to just pull your money back out and you'd have doubled your money easily. And you get to try out a new app. You get more promos in the new app. You get do a whole bunch of different stuff. Rebet's got an insane amount of options you guys can bet on. So I would highly recommend Rebet using code FFBAM when you sign up. And then with code BAM, you can sign up on PrizePicks. You can sign up on Underdog. PrizePicks is doing one of the craziest things right now where they're giving you your first entry, you play $5. Then you get up to $150. You get $150 if you win. So win your first entry and you're off to a huge start and the app realizes that, so they're giving you a bunch of money too. It's available in all of these green states right here. And Underdog's got a pretty classic play $5, whether you win, whether you lose, they're giving you $50 just for signing up on the app and playing your first $5. Now, you can only claim these entries or these deposit bonuses, I should say, when you sign up with code FFBAM on Rebet and then code BAM on PrizePicks and Underdog. And guys, there's no reason not to do this. Genuinely hop on these apps. I am giving you guys a free month of VIP as well, just for locking in on one of these apps. If you guys DM me the word win to this number right here, I'll get you guys on a free month of VIP. And the VIP picks are very, very solid. We've been making a ton of money on Underdog and PrizePicks mostly, but really any app, we do have that, sending out good plus EV picks, promo picks, basically everything you could ever need over on the VIP. Additionally, our esports strategies are only available in the VIP. So if you want my 4-minute esports picks that have been crushing all summer long, make sure you guys are locking in over here and you can get in for free when you DM me the word win. Now, let's get into the first pick of the day. We're starting it off with Zack Wheeler right here to get at least 7 strikeouts. So we got him on the over at 6.5 strikeouts. And straight up, there's so many things I like about this play. The matchup is another great spot with this one. Philly's going up against the Marlins right here. I do like Zack Wheeler to get at least 7. This Marlins team, what do you want me to say, guys? Genuinely, what do you want me to say? This one, you guys know why it's a good matchup. I know why it's a good matchup. If we look at this in the last, few games as well. Last 5 games, right? He's hit in 4 straight games. And the one time he didn't hit, he was going up against the Mets in a very, very low scoring game. Not a very good spot for him. But he hasn't just been hitting in these last 4 games. He has been crushing in his last 4 games. 10 strikeouts, 14 strikeouts, 10 strikeouts, 9 strikeouts. And in the month of July, so literally these last 4 games, right? His average is 11.4. 11.4 is his average in these last month. And I mean, you're telling me he's not going to get 7 strikeouts against the Marlins? I'm not buying it, guys. I'm 100% not buying it. And it's not just me that's not buying it. Every app out there realizes this is too good of a pick. Novig has this at minus 160. Sleeper's got it at minus 150. FanDuel's got it at minus 145. Fanatics at minus 145. Only PrizePicks and Underdog right here are slow to adjust. I'm telling you guys, this is going to be a goblin at 6.5 very, very soon. So while you can, go ahead and lock this one in at 6.5. And if you guys are wondering, well, how is this guy finding goblins before they even come out as goblins while they're still regular picks? Well, it's because we're using advanced software that you guys honestly could have access to as well. But if you don't even want to do any of that research, just sign up on the VIP. I feed you guys VIP picks like this. This exact play is just a solid pick. Right? On FanDuel, it's minus 150, but on PrizePicks, it's getting it at a regular pick. So you're basically just getting a goblin before PrizePicks has realized. And I'm not going to go into any more research for this one. I mean, you guys know it. I don't need to tell you guys anymore. This is a lovely pick. He's been hitting more times this season than he has not. And also, look at this insane ramp up towards the back half of the season. 10 strikeouts, 14 strikeouts, 10 strikeouts, 9 strikeouts in his last 4 matches. Now, let's get into the second play of the day. We're going to go ahead and lock this one in right here. Zack Wheeler to get, okay. Well, what do you know, guys? What do you know? I told you guys it was going to be a goblin. I already locked this one in before it was a goblin, and now it's a goblin. So I would still take it here. Honestly, it's going to be less valuable because the payout is going to be a little bit worse, but I would still take it. I mean, this is unfortunate, right? This is where if this was not a YouTube video and this was a VIP slip, 10 minutes ago, when I locked in this pick, I've already sent it out to you guys, pinged you guys on your phones, you've already locked it in, and you've already gotten the value before PrizePicks can take it away, right? It's obviously a little bit more tough when I'm getting a video out for you guys, but this is the kind of stuff that people on the VIP are getting every single day, locking in value, but it is what it is. I'm still taking this as a goblin, by the way, 6.5 Ks. I do still like it. I like it more than the demon at 7.5, any of the demons, honestly. I like 6.5 as a spot overall. Now, getting into play number 2, we're going over to Tyler Soderstrom right here to get at least 2 HRR. This is the bet that has been absolutely crushing for us. And in the last 10 games, the last 9 games, I should say, he's hit this in 8 of them, only missing 1 time where he only got 1 hit, where his team actually got a goose egg, not putting up any runs. So this one projected to be a more high scoring game. And it is obviously first game of the series. I do like this one a ton for Soderstrom right here. And if we look at this on the other apps, right, it's not a ridiculous favor on the under, but there is a slight favor, or a ridiculous favor on the over, but there's a slight favor on the over. Some apps having it at minus 130 or minus 125. So I do kind of like this one just based on the other apps. But more often than not, I mean, you're just looking at this just on my pure research, right? More often than not, in the last 5 games, he's hitting on the over. In the last 10 games, last 20 games, and even this season, if you zoom out to a whole 90 game sample size, if that's not big enough for you, I don't know what is. You are getting a 53% hit rate for Tyler Soderstrom right here. And his average is literally exactly what we need, just at around 2 this season. And if he gets 2 HRR, we are once again greening out this play. And look at his plate appearances, guys. Ridiculously consistent, getting around 4 every single game, sometimes getting 5. In the last 10 games, actually, he has been getting more plate appearances in a few of them. So I do like this one, especially if he gets 5 plate appearances, should be good. But even just 4 should be enough for him to get at least 2 HRR. I like this one a ton. Now, adding this one into our slip, we should be going ahead and doing this real quick. Now, play number 3. It's going to be CJ Abrams right here. I like CJ Abrams to get at least 2 bases. And this one, man, he has been on fire. Sometimes in baseball, you just got to ride the guy with a hot hand. You've just got to continue taking the player who has been streaking positively. And in this case, that is 100% CJ Abrams. In the last 5 games, he's averaging 7 bases a game. 7 bases a game in his last 5 games. That's absolutely unheard of. He is on fire. And if we look at this, what does he need today? Just needs 2 going up against the Blue Jays. So, once again, guys, in baseball, right? And I said this in my last video. I think I said it in the video before as well. In baseball, it is a more streaky game than in basketball, than in football, than in soccer. And why is this? The reason is the environment is changing less from game to game and from pitch to pitch. Obviously, it is very, very difficult to hit a baseball being thrown at 100 miles an hour. I'm not saying I could do it in a million years, but the difference in environment from one baseball game to the next baseball game, how much is actually changing there is significantly lower. The amount that's changing is lower than the amount that is changing in a soccer game from game to game, than a football game from game to game, and a basketball game from game to game. So what does this mean? This means that we can bet on baseball players to be very streaky. When they're going red a few games in a row, we can bet them to go red with decent confidence. And when they are going green a few games in a row, we can bet them to go green, because what's likely happening is the player is seeing the game differently and the player is on fire, and that is going to be able to continue from game to game. Whereas in football, say Justin Jefferson has hit, 80 yards in 3 straight games, but he's been playing, in a completely different scheme, in a completely different city, completely different conditions, completely different weather. It can be much more different. Am I saying that playing football is easier than playing baseball? No, obviously not. And I'm not saying baseball is easier than football either, right? But the point is the environment is just simply changing less from game to game. So you do see more streaks in a game like baseball, and we can take advantage of that right here. I mean, Abrams to get at least 2 bases here. I love this pick. Absolutely love this pick. Now on PrizePicks, I would lock this in as a 3-man flex probably. I don't like this as a power for 5x. It's different when you're taking goblins, but 3-man flex here for 3x or 1x honestly shouldn't be too bad. As long as we get at least one of these guys to cash and then Wheeler cashes his goblin, we're getting our money back at the bare minimum. So hopefully we can get that done there. But now let's lock in the real big bucks, which is going to be over on Underdog Fantasy. Underdog Fantasy is by far and away the best app right now. And it is simply because they're paying you out more for the exact same stuff. So to illustrate this point, let's get into play number 4, which is going to be Cater Montero under on strikeouts. So I'll explain this one real quick. This one's another great one. He has hit the under in 4 of the last 5 games. And you might say, well, shouldn't he be starting a new streak here? That is simply for batters, by the way, not for pitchers. Pitchers, obviously changing a ton. They're not even playing for like a whole 10 days. So you have to change your outlook on that. Here, on the under at 4.5 strikeouts, I like this pick a ton. Honestly, he's hit the under more often than not this season, only going over in 5 out of 16 games. So this one is just, not saying he's a bad player, saying the line is a little bit too high. This one should be priced at around 3.5 or 4, but this being priced up at 4.5 is a little bit too high for me. So I like this one on the under for Montero. Now, let's try to lock this one in as a 2-man over on PrizePicks. Let's say we'll pair it up with Soderstrom, another player that I absolutely love. And if we try to take Cater Montero on the under on case on PrizePicks, you'll never guess what they're paying us out. $100 pays out $300 on PrizePicks, because you guys know it's a 3x. It's been a 3x for the last 7-8 years, or however long PrizePicks has been out, right? PrizePicks are greedy. They want to take your money when it comes to 2-man, so they're getting you a 3x, which is horrible value. If we put $100 on this on Underdog Fantasy, well, you guys know the drill. They're paying us out $350 for the exact same entry, guys. Literally the exact same picks. One app is paying you $350. One app is paying you $300. Which one are you going to take? If it's up to me, I'm 100% locking this one in on Underdog. And that is exactly why I take more of my action that is not esports correlation related on Underdog Fantasy. It's the best app by far when it comes to these 2-man. So if you like 2-mans, make sure you're on Underdog Fantasy. I like these 2 picks a ton. This is going to be a 2-man slip on Underdog officially. And this is going to be, well, I showed you guys earlier, a 3-man slip over on PrizePicks. That's all I got for this one. I appreciate y'all watching the video. Drop a comment, drop a like, hit that subscribe button if you never want to miss out on the best picks. And let's make some money on the MLB on Monday.